Do you guys normally take a lot of time preparing your text editor? Yes, I know most of you normally do that, and this is because maybe you're afraid of starting your project. And one thing is that you need to know programming is one of the hardest thing, but the end product is something that everyone would want to be associated with it because of the great innovation that is bundled together with your hard work. The other thing I've realized is that most guys are working so hard, especially the beginners, are working so hard to learn the new frameworks in town or new frameworks in market. And this is because maybe you've heard that using frameworks is very, very easy and fast to develop a system. But one thing I want to tell you that all this is lies, because the best thing that you can do, the best favor that you can do to yourself is learn the core language. If it is JavaScript, you can learn the vanilla JavaScript. This will help you to work with any framework that comes in your way. And again, the other thing is that with this one, you can put your resources together. These resources, you can edit them whichever way that you want to design them, and realign them and create a new project based on the client's requirements. And that makes you be the owner of the code, and you are able to update the code whichever way you want to do with it, other than waiting for some of the frameworks to do all this work for you. So guys, this is not what we are going to talk about today, but in our today's session I wanted us to talk about what we refer to as the widely used text editors. But before we start our today's session, I want to tell you to subscribe. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you can get notified whenever we upload videos like this one. So in our today's session, as I said, we are going to learn about the widely used text editors. And in this case, is most of you know that Visual Studio is one of the widely used text editor, and this is a product from Microsoft, and it's a open source, or rather it's an free to use. You don't need to buy it, and it supports a lot of languages, though sometimes other languages you have to reinstall them. Like for example, it doesn't come with bundled with Python, you have to reinstall it. So it is one of the best and very big, but the worst thing I found about it, because it's very big, it means even the execution, you need a machine which is powerful. So sometimes it might be slow in some cases in your machine. Like in my machine, I don't use it in most cases. One of the things one of the text editors that I normally use is Notepad. And as you know that Notepad, it supports all the languages. And this is one of the best for all the beginners. So in case maybe you want to start with a text editor that is not going to give you headache and all that, this is the best that you can start with. And it supports all the languages that you want. And it's just a little bit of configuration that you can work with it, and you are good to go. So it supports, it can be used in, as you can see, in these types of operating system that you can see here. Now the other one is Bracket. Bracket is a product from Adobe, and it's a free, also open source, like the same way to Visual Studio editor and the Notepad, but this one supports just HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and it's one of the best. I tried to use it some time back, but it's something that you can use. It has got some cool features that you can work with and accomplish your tasks very fast. The other one is Atom. Atom, remember, it was kind of started by GitHub, and as you can see, over the years it has proven to be one of the good text editor, though you will need a lot of configuration to support other languages. But for me, I just used it once. I can't tell much about it because just you can try it and tell us on the comment how, for those guys who are maybe you have used it, you can tell us how it looks like. The other thing is the Sublime Text. As you can see, it's here, and I tried to use it sometime, and it asked me about some upgrading and so forth. So they normally say it's free, but there are some of the features, or sometimes when it comes to upgrading, you'll have to they will have to charge you for that. So it supports all the languages, and that's a list of some of the programming language that supports maybe something like PHP, JavaScript, and the HTML, CSS. But now when it comes to Python, and also Python is supported by those ones, you just need to install it. Now for the Python, I normally use the normal Python IDL LE, as you can see, and it has proven to be one of the best on my case. So I would advise any guys who want to use it. This is the official, and you can get it from the official website for Python. So in case you want to install the third-party modules, it's very easy. You can do it using pip. I normally find it a little bit easier other than using the PyCharm, which is one of the heavy things, heavy text editor on Python. But most guys, they normally prefer this one. Though in my case, it's because it's very slow, not because my machine is it has got less memory, but I have like around 6 GB, so I think it's supposed to be a little bit faster. Though maybe guys, you can tell me, maybe you have experienced much about it. I've tried to use it, but yeah, it has got those issues, and you can do a lot with it. You can install a lot of stuff with it. Now for the Anaconda is the one that it's well recommended for the guys who are in the field of data science, because it has got all the types of modules that are required by a data scientist, and it is bundled with what we refer to as Anaconda, not Anaconda but Jupyter Notebook, that helps you to write the codes about when doing the data science. So I have it. It is one of the best, and I can recommend it to anyone. Though also you can use Python and install the modules, this one, and you install the modules, they normally work the same, but this is the best because you don't need to keep on reinstalling every module at every time. Now for the guys who normally use C++, this is the best. I have used it on the when I'm training student. This is my best, and you can use this one, though there are guys who normally use Visual Studios and so forth, but this is the one that I normally prefer for C++ or what we refer to as the C. That is when I'm learning something to do with console. But if I need to design a system that has a graphical user interface, you normally go with the .NET framework. So this one you can get it from the official website for Microsoft, this one, and you can get the community edition, which is free of charge, but the other one, as you can see, you are supposed to pay for something about. So this will support C#, C++, things like that, whether in case you are designing Windows systems and so forth. This is the best. Then we have got the JDK. This is the one for Java guys who are normally in the Java field. This one you can use it. This is one of the nice on Java. It is, I told you, based on the top 5 programming languages that I talked about them. So Python was the first. You can use these ones are the ones that we have here for JavaScript and PHP. And in case for the guys who are in .NET, I would prefer that community edition for .NET. And for JavaScript, Java, you can use this one. It will help you to do a lot of stuff with it. So that is it for today, and I hope you're going to choose the best text editor and stop wasting your time preparing your text editor, because this is just like kind of laziness. You just need to start coding and practicing. So that is it for today, and as I've told you, make sure you subscribe so that you can get notified for the new tutorials. So in case you have got any issues to do with the text editor, let me know on the comment. And for the starters, now I think now you have got the right text editors to start your career in coding. So have a nice time and keep practicing. You're going to sharpen your skills and stop blaming the text editor and even the frameworks. Thank you guys, and have a nice time. See you in the next video.